Well, we were meant to be having a big rainstorm today, but as you can see, the sun's out and we've had a pretty rotten week here and I'm feeling really exhausted. So what I'm going to do is get out the Cobb oven and I'm going to cook up a really slow cooked chicken one pot and take some well-earned rest sitting here in the sun while I do it. So let's go and get the Cobb on. So I find 3 of these flamer things always lights the cob reliably, and I'm going to use about 6 bricks today. A bit of wind coming up now. There we go. So we'll just wait now until the briquettes get nice and hot and they start to get that white ashy look, and then we can get the lid on and start to cook. So while the cob's heating up, just a quick introduction. I'm Susan and this is Cooking and Calm, and you might be wondering why on earth I'm cooking outdoors when I could be cooking up this chicken one pot in the Instant Pot or in the oven. Well, the thing is, I was feeling a bit down today. Our little dog is very ill and he's very old now, and I just think it's so important to know what sort of things are nourishing for you when you're feeling stressed. There's just something really comforting about cooking outdoors for me, so that's why I'm cooking outdoors today. But whatever reason you're thinking about using the cob, it's just a lovely little gadget and I absolutely love cooking with it. So let's get back onto it. I'm going to prepare the rest of the veg and then we can get our chicken one pot on and bubbling away, and I can sit here in a chair and spend a little time cuddling my dog and have a little bit of ease, and we all need some of that. So let's do it. So the coals are hot and I'm going to be using the Wok Accessory for this cook-up. It's a really nice stainless steel wok, just fits on there, and we'll get some oil into the pan. It's really big this, so you can do a proper old one pot cook-up. Okay, so I've put the lid on to get the oil nice and hot. And I'm using 4 chicken thighs for this, and these are bone in because you get lots of flavour there, but you can use bone out if you prefer. And I've just seasoned these with a bit of thyme. So we'll give those a brown to start, so just as if you were cooking indoors on the stove, or in the Instant Pot indeed. Just give those a bit of colour first. And to keep it economical, it's always good to use the lid on the cob, and that really saves the fuel. So while those are finishing crisping up a bit, I'm going to add some carrots, celery and onion, some mirepoix, to give that lovely flavour. So this wok is really big, so I can do the vegetables whilst the chicken's still cooking. There's no need to take it out. It's quite a gentle heat. Just let those cook off. Keep all that lovely heat in. Okay, so now I'm going to add some sweet potatoes in with the chicken, add some stock and some flavour in, which is honey and mustard, and then we will let that cook for quite some time, let it slow cook, get nice and tender, and near the end of the cooking time I will add these other veggies, which is a mix of things I had hanging around in the fridge and then some stuff from the garden pantry over there. We've got some green beans and some courgettes, and I've got some broad beans and some broccoli. But you can use whatever you like, whatever you've got hanging around in the fridge. This dish is really forgiving, and if you don't eat chicken, you can actually do this. It works out really well with chickpeas. Needs much less time to cook, of course. Use canned if you're cooking outdoors, and that makes a really delicious meal too. So let's get the sweet potatoes and the stock in and let the rest of this cook. Right, so these are nice and soft now. So we'll put in the sweet potatoes. Try not to flick the broccoli in. Just give those a bit of a mix in. Spread those around, and the sweet potatoes will really take on the taste of the chicken. And then I'm going to add this mix of honey and Dijon mustard. And then I'm going to add some pork stock here from a ham hock I cooked the other day, but you can use any stock, veggie stock, maybe your homemade dehydrated bouillon powder. If you've not done that, have a look at my video on how to do it. And get in some stock. You can see this is a really rich gelatiny stock. So I've let the stock come up to just below the top of the chicken thighs. So make sure we get those nicely cooked through, and then get the lid back on. So that's the chicken one pot all on, and this will cook away really slowly. So I'll be back later to add the final ingredients, the tender vegetables that won't need that long, and that will be it. It will all be done. So let's take a break. Okay, so it has been 1 hour 17, and I think these chicken thighs are done. So I'm going to just double check with the meat thermometer. Just find that's the most reassuring way of doing it. And we're looking for 165 Fahrenheit. Yeah, those are beautifully done. Sweet potatoes, lovely and tender. Gorgeous. So all there is left to do is to put in some of the tender green summer vegetables to finish it off. And then I'm going to add a bit of creme fraiche. Okay, so I'll just stir those in. All covered up. And these won't need cooking for very long at all. And that's looking good. We'll get the lid back on and let that finish cooking. Now, this is ready to season and serve just as is, but if you're looking for a bit of super comfort, which I am today, I'm going to add a little bit of creme fraiche. So you could use double cream, single cream, but I do like a bit of creme fraiche. So I've just taken the chicken out to make it a little bit easier, and I'm going to add in this creme fraiche. And then we'll just get the chicken back in and give it literally a final couple of minutes to finish off with the lid on and heat that cream through. And that is going to be super comforting, and the smell is just amazing. Lid on. All the veggies beautifully cooked, and it's been a lovely day just sitting here and letting this bubble away for the last hour and a half. A really simple dish, and it just shows you what the cob can do. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. That really supports the channel. And if you've not come across the Cobb barbecue system before, take a look at this video where I go through all the different attachments and different functions that you can do with this amazing gadget. And I'll see you next time.